I got my year in review video recorded for like the audio and all of my A-roll shots with me talking. So over the next 3 days, 4 days, like some all up there, some here, I need to figure out my shot list. And then I need to figure out what I want as B-roll to overlay on top of that so that as I'm talking, I can show stuff. I think I'm going to put like the video of you jumping off the waterfall in Costa Rica on there because I mentioned that in the video.
Okay.
I talked about ceremony a couple times, so maybe I'll overlay some pictures, but I want to make it so that it's not just a 30-minute video of me reviewing my year of 2025, but actually have like dynamic back and forth in it. But I'm pretty excited about it. I really wish Sony would release another camera. I'm heavily considering just pulling the trigger on a new FX3, even though it's a 5-year-old camera, because that'll do 4K at 120. So if I want to do slow B-roll shots and like slow it down, I can. Camera talk. Just waiting on people to get here. BSing until we have more people. Peaches, where did you get that? I'm assuming rose quartz necklace in yesterday's YouTube live.
So that is not rose quartz. That is pink aventurine and pink tourmaline.
Is that the big one or the little ones?
That was the little chunky ones.
Okay.
And that came from, oh gosh, some little shop in Kentucky.
It was the first one we went to.
It was the first one that we went to. I have the business card in our bedroom.
Chris looking very late 90s grunge rock today. Because I'm wearing a red t-shirt.
Oh, I'm having body problems.
That says I'm a fun guy. I'm not wearing a flannel. Are these A7 4s you're using here? No, I'm using these are the FX3s. We have 2 of them. I have Sony A7 S3s and she has a A7R5. I want a more video centric heavy camera that will allow me to take stills, but not use them for print, because we have enough cameras laying around that I can use one for print if I want to take big pictures. Mm-hmm. But my hyper fixation right now is video work.
Yeah.
So.
Kalista, thank you for the compliment on my sound bath. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Why do you look hazy?
I don't know.
I don't understand what's happening here.
Is it atmosphere?
No, there's nothing on there. I don't get it.
I think it's just TikTok.
It only does it on the TikTok app. It doesn't do it when we record on camera or through OBS. It's kind of dark in there. It is. It is dark in here. We changed up the layout of the room and we like the moodiness. How do you know when it's time to leave your relationship? When it's not worth it anymore is what they said. There's no way for us to know that because we don't know your relationship.
Yeah.
I know that if I no longer was in love and I felt like I was staying out of obligation, that the relationship has ran its course.
Yeah. For me, it would look like I have put in my maximum effort to try to reignite the spark, and having conversations with my partner. The bottom line for me would be I can be in love with you with my full heart, my full ass. And you could be steadfast and I don't want to reciprocate this. And by that, I mean, you don't want to take the energy to greet me in the morning with love versus whatever negativity you have on your brain. There's no considered effort to make me feel like I matter anymore.
That's such a heavy topic.
Yeah.
Leaving your partner. Like what's going to make you pull that trigger? And there's a whole lot of other things that you have to take into consideration. Like, are you willing to start your entire life over again? Because it's easier to have a new relationship with the same person if you're both willing to work than it is to fucking move out, rebuild your life, and start all over again.
Mm-hmm. Maybe get a job if you haven't had one. You've been a stay-at-home mom, or whatever the case may be.
Right. But that's assuming that you have a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's also the very real scenario where your person's a piece of shit and you've stayed way longer than you fucking should have. You mentally checked out 3 years ago. It's time to move on. Ooh, man, how do you decide when a friend isn't a friend? You should keep them in your social circle. I'm not, you guys put way too much fucking comfort in calling people friends that aren't friends.
Yeah.
Ain't doing that shit. It's okay to say they're an acquaintance or they're a coworker.
Someone said that your microphone is a little bit too intense when you're facing me and speaking.
Okay. That just means that I need to go like that or like this. Because I do talk to you facing that way. Is that better? Are the mics individual or that shouldn't be a thing? The microphone should be universal. Saw Trevor in the chat. What's up, brother?
Oh, hello, Trevor. Hope your wife is well. Hope the children are good.
Mike was clipping a bit. Oh, man.
Do we have any tips to the younger generation? What is one tip you would give to the younger generation right now?
Unlearn all that bullshit that you've been taught.
Yeah.
You don't understand the social programming that's happened. We're not just free thinkers anymore. Like, you're conditioned to remember things, and society is like pushing people to hate each other. There's not a lot of love left in the world. Like, that's my biggest issue with the younger generation right now. Like, you guys are afraid to have conversations. You think that everyone has to be perfect to the narrative that you believe. Everyone's flawed. We're all fucking broken individuals, and like, you need to learn to love each other.
Yeah. I would say the first thing that comes to my mind is when you become an adult, you're not going to get in trouble anymore.
That's a good one.
Right? I mean, you can get arrested, right? Don't go out there doing felonious things. But saying no to your mom and not wanting to spend Thanksgiving at their house, you want to spend your first Thanksgiving by yourself in your new apartment with your bed and your chair, you're not going to get in trouble for that. If you say, I don't like doing this, and someone gets upset at you, you're not in trouble for that. Yeah. You are fully in charge of your life now, and you're in charge of your joy, your happiness, your choices. For so long, it feels like for so long when we're children that we have to live by other people's rules. What other people say, they're bigger, they're stronger, faster, whatever the case may be. And when you move out, your nervous system has become very adapted to that. Learn to regulate yourself. Learn to love yourself. And you do not have to maintain relationships with people or family that deteriorates you mentally, is how I want to say that.
You said that it's not, I don't remember how you worded it, but you were basically saying that your feelings are yours. And it's theirs as well. And speaking on the punishment thing, if somebody is upset or they're doing something like that, it's on them to regulate their emotions. It's not your job to regulate other people.
Yeah.
It's your job to regulate you. Anyone else notice how angry he looks after the backlash? That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, here's poking a bear, huh?
Trying to.
Yeah.
I that backlash, as you put it, it's not backlash. I fucking said what I said and I stand by it.
Yeah, people get upset. People being, that's a whole, I'm going to get into that conversation. Right? So if we view disagreeing about something as backlash, is every interaction you have, like with your boss or your coworkers or your family, is that backlash? Or when you disagree with them, are you backlashing against them? Is this a very aggressive thing for you?
This is what I was talking about a minute ago with the unlearning.
Yeah.
All of this shit, the social programming. People can disagree.
Right.
You should.
And it's okay.
Hey,
But when y'all get nasty and like start saying nasty things like we shouldn't be parents or we should unalive ourselves or whatever the case may be, that's when you cross fucking lines.
you should do the fertilizer speech. Because I know you didn't make the TikTok.
You know, I thought about that this morning.
I almost did it.
I got in the
I
car.
almost stole your thunder.
I got in the car with the kids. I'm glad you didn't. Thank you for not doing that. You've done that in the past, and it made me upsetty spaghetti.
You took too long.
I
I'm excited, damn it.
got things to do. Got in the car with the kids this morning, and I put my foot and I grabbed my steering wheel and I stepped up and I looked at our pigeon pea plant. I was like, oh, I didn't make that TikTok.
The pigeon pea plant was the thing.
It was the thing, yeah.
Wow.
So when you have a garden, and if you are an avid gardener, hopefully you know this, fertilizer is shit.
I'm not gonna do it to you this time. Although I am going to clip that shit from yesterday's live recording.
What?
The whole.
Could you actually see the middle finger on that?
You can see the whole thing.
Good. I love that.
And it's funny. I didn't get the very end when you stood up on camera where you're like, look, I found my vape. Because I had already turned everything off, but I was
Right.
going to clip that in. It's gone.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Fertilizer shit. Sometimes it's cow dung or whatever manure, or it's decomposed dying plant matter, insect matter. It's grossness, and it is very beneficial for gardening. It helps plants thrive. It brings nitrogen into the soil. It gives other nutrients for the plants to feed from.
Feeds the ecosystem.
Feeds the ecosystem. So you could say, without shit, your garden's not going to do that good. I have to clear my nasal passages. I'm so sorry. So on the flip coin, your relationship needs shit to grow. You need to have those moments. You need to have those moments where you disagree about something and maybe you get a little bit heated. And I don't mean heated with yelling at each other or degrading each other. I mean, babe, you're frustrating me right now and I need to take a second. I need to look at a wall for a minute.
You need to look at something other than you.
Right. And recoup and then come back together and then figure out why that moment happened. Why did we just have to wade through shit? And that following the threads and figuring out what triggered one another, or why did you take that personally, or what did I say that came across as attacking, is going to help your relationship grow.
A little bit of shit in your life's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. I blow my nose. I'm so over this. I almost died in the car this morning.
What happened?
I was in the car with the kids and I pulled up to a red light, and it's a famously long red light in our town. So I was like, thank goodness I have a minute to try and hack this up. I can't hawk loogies.
Did you spit on yourself again?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. But I don't know how to get it to come and meet the passage to come out, and it really is just very rigorous, and it looks like I'm having an exorcism.
Yeah.
And the kids are in the back seat. When we're in the car, if the children have been on their good behavior, classwork's getting done properly, they're being respectful to their teachers, they're getting house chores done, they're not being combative when we're giving instruction, we allow them to have console time in the cars.
Nintendo Switch.
Yes. So they were back there. I can hear them playing their games. And I'm like, and it was so much worse. It was so bad. I was crying and I could feel it like inching itself up like an alien in my throat. And it finally got to the point where I could feel it. And I was like, oh, thank God. And I went, and I cried as I was coughing. And I inhaled it and I swallowed at the same time. And it just went down the different pipe. And I was like hacking and like I had my door open and I was spitting and I was watching the red light and I hear back to do 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 da 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 da.
You're fucking dying and
Yeah.
they don't even care.
And one of the kids is like, Mommy, look at this dinosaur that I found in my game. Mommy, look at the dinosaur. I'm like, but what? 1 minute. Fucking parenthood, man. This is rough, and I'm over all of this.
That's funny. I can't even push buttons to get you off screen.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. How would you handle finding out your partner has been using snow a couple times a month?
I would have a massive problem with it.
I would have more than a massive problem with it. Not only are you doing something super harmful to yourself, right? And I'm not just speaking to my husband. I'm not speaking to my husband. I'm speaking
In general.
in general. Not only are you doing something harmful to your body, you're lying, you're being deceitful, you're lying by omission. That breaks all trust, all faith. And then there's this like, you didn't trust me to come to me about something. Like you decided to turn to a substance, then come to me as your partner. Now I'm reeling. Like, am I a bad wife? Have we failed our marriage? Like, are you on the deep end? How long have you felt this way?
It's so much more than just the usage.
Oh my gosh, and then there's like, what if the kids find it? Like, where have this been? Like, what if, is it on the counters? Where are you doing this at? Is it happening in the cars? Are you doing this by yourself with the kids in the house? Yeah.
Somebody keeps asking about what we think about Oprah saying that disassociating or distancing, or however they worded it, yourself from your parents is a trend. What we think about it. I don't give a fuck what Oprah has to say. You remember, you know who Body Count is. You know that they covered that song Institutionalized. And he's like, I saw on Oprah today that men that play video games must not love their wives. And he's like, motherfucking bitch, fuck Oprah. Oprah ain't got no man. Like, yeah. Yeah. I just want to play some video games. I just want to kill some motherfuckers on Xbox. Give zero fucks what Oprah has to say.
Yeah. I have a lot of opinions about Oprah. And the bottom line is I think it's cool that she says things. Good for her for using your voice and your platform to speak. Do I think that it's a trend? I think that everything is a trend nowadays. And I say that specifically. I listened to a psychologist who's based in Seattle, and he talked about how now that everybody has access to everything, medical terms, psychological terms, the waters are being bled too much. So everything's a trend. Narcissism, cutting off your parents, leaving your husband, like
social programming.
Everything's a trend. So I think that there are unhealed, unregulated people out there who are angry and feel a sense of control in a trend like that. Take in your power, cut off these kind of people, control your life, all the case may be. And because there is a distorted understanding of what it is, I do believe it is a trendy thing to do without the understanding of multifaceted. These are only things coming to my mind right now, and that's not contextually accurate. But they're not understanding maybe all sides, or maybe seeing their parents as human beings who fucked up, and they're just seeing their parents as these maybe something that I'm talking on a tangent. I'm done. I'm done. I tired myself out. My brain hurts.
There's a lot of people saying that it's not a trend for everyone. I've been no contact with my parents for 13 years.
Yeah.
So no, 15 years, because the shop turned 15 this year. I haven't spoke to my mom since the year that I opened my tattoo shop.
Yeah.
So it's not a trend. There's reasons for it, but you know,
right.
I got to be honest. I don't know other people's existence. And for me to assume that it's a trend, because a lot of people are cutting their parents. Maybe people are just getting sick of people treating them like shit.
Yeah.
Now do it with the internet.
Right. I also want to say you definitively saying that it's not a trend negates a lot.
Yeah.
Just because for you made a solid-minded decision doesn't mean the people who are making those decisions are sound-minded the same way that you are.
Yeah.
And they haven't been influenced by societal standards or what they're seeing on TikTok or what they're viewing on YouTube. I love that you made that sound decision and you did the right thing for yourself, and you did not do it as a thing to conform. But that doesn't negate that is something that people fall into, and it's not something to beat them up about. It's something that, like children, we have to be bumpers for them and not allow things to be distorted.
How do you guys feel with your partner not contacting you all day or even a couple of days? That would never fly in our relationship.
Absolutely not.
We have a really, really hard time going more than an hour talking to each other. even when we're not together, like we're together all the time, but like even while you're out getting your nails done, I've got like 15 text messages. I couldn't do that. That silent treatment shit, or the that feels like punishment to me. And if you don't want me in your life, just say that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mama Lynx keeps asking about angel trees. What does it matter if we're doing angel trees? I literally had to look at it. It's a donation thing where you give money or donation gifts to help families with Christmas.
Oh no, we're doing our own things.
Right.
We have our own setups for charity, and that's something we can look into, but
I know I only ask why that matters so much because it kept going and going and going. Like I've seen it pop up 4 or 5 times to the point that I had to Google it. But even if we weren't doing all of those things, what does it matter what we do with our money? Like it just feels like a very personal thing to me. Yeah. Now, if they were like, have you ever heard of angel trees? If you guys donate, blah, 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 blah.
Right. But somebody said that you have a filter on your face. Joke's on you. We actually went through and zeroed out all of that.
Yep. No filter.
Pretty vehemently against filters.
I have no idea what's going on with the cameras on this thing.
Yeah. I think it's a distortion between what we're filming through and what's going to TikTok.
Yeah, it's the TikTok Live app. Yeah. It's garbage. We will be doing a YouTube Live after this. Not right now. Oh, wait, somebody answered that question. It's because it's viral now and a flex instead of a heartfelt gesture. Okay, that makes sense. So if you guys would like to know the things that we actually do in terms of donating, we do thousands of dollars a year to no-kill animal shelters. We have donated, since we started the podcast, over $25,000 to human trafficking. We have donated, we've done Christmas for families locally. Every year that I've owned the tattoo shop, we've paid for Christmas.
Multiple families.
Some years we do multiple families. We do school supplies every year for kids, art supplies every year for kids. And there's one more thing, and I can't, it's
escaping me too.
It's not there. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it's not something that we do all the time. I just know that we've done it.
Right.
So, and that's not a flex. That's just one of those things that when you see a need, you fill the need when you can.
Right.
The no-kill shelter is a big one for us, though.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever work?
The human trafficking one is a big one for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But the human trafficking one, because of Troy and what he does with Change Unchained, the reason that we've donated as much as we have to that charity is because we keep doing things where, like, we'll go to our community and be like, we'll match every donation you guys make. And we've helped them build tiny homes. Change Unchained helps trafficked and exploited women, children reintegrate back into society. So once they've been found, which his organization helps find them, once they've been found, they go through a therapy process where they're like getting their
just trying to feel human again.
Right. But before they're released back into society, he offers them a place to stay on his ranch in a tiny home where him and his wife teach them real life skills. They allows them to go to school. They live there free of charge. And then when they are ready to integrate back into society, they can leave and that house becomes available for somebody else. And he's up to, I believe, 12 tiny homes now on his property. So pretty cool shit. Pretty cool shit.
Someone said, I love that you guys do them all in silence. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard about it. This is the first time we've talked about it in the almost 4 years we've had the podcast.
Yeah, it's not something that needs to be
blasted.
Right.
We know what we're doing. I cannot stand recording charity.
Yeah, the handouts.
The handouts, right? I love... There are there's a couple content creators that help homeless people who consent to being on camera. And like they want their journey documented, and they're using the funds that they're receiving through YouTube and making these videos to spread it through the homeless community, and they're creating shelters and they're helping getting people off the streets and all those kinds of things. Those kinds of channels I support wholeheartedly. There's consent going on. You are not filming people and putting cameras in their faces when it's not necessary.
Or for the exchange of money.
Or for the exchange of money of it, or for the praise of doing it. And they lean really heavily on their community to help get this going. So I think it's a really dope way. People want to help people. And when there is a funnel and a centralized way to help make that happen, it's great. It's just all of us coming together.
Well, and we need more of that. The government's not going to take care of its
No.
people. We see that with the plant medicine situation, and like the amount. There's a veteran organization that I found today, or that I read about today. This article's recent, I guess I just should have said, that has gone to the government to get aid because they send veterans to other countries to go through ceremonies to help with the 17 a day, which is what that organization, the VA, is claiming. It's not 22 anymore. They're saying it's 17. I've seen stats that said that it's actually higher.
Yeah.
But they're claiming it's 17 now and not 22. But this organization is a non-for-profit that does donations to send people to these ceremonies. And
Sorry.
they reached out to the head of the VA and all of these people, and they've gotten letters back just basically saying we don't have the resources for you.
Yeah.
So it's citizens paying, for these retreats. Troy's doing the same thing, Somebody asked if they can still send emails. I know you're getting ready to answer something. Totally can. Yes, you can send emails to bebetterco@gmail.com. And if you have questions, you can leave it in the chat. If we can answer it, we will. Yes, we are live.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Can.
Someone pause. Sahara Dawn McCord. You cannot convince me these two love each other or even like each other.
Where'd you see that at?
You're on it.
Oh, I'm on it.
What an absolutely disgusting, foul thing to project onto a married couple. How miserable are you? Like, who hurt you? Who made you so unhappy? Our relationship is not here to be performative to convince you that we're in love with each other. I was going to say, and you know what? No, I'm not even going to talk to you can have your relationship with the Lord.
Some people are so miserable that they want to make others miserable as well. That's the whole misery loves company.
Yes, it is.
I actually think that misery is a mirror, and we talked about this a little bit on an episode. I don't know if it's aired yet, but misery is a mirror. When you are looking at the people around you and everyone is mirroring back that same bullshit, you feel like you're included and everyone's on the same page. When you look through the mirror and you see the people around you having a really good life and you realize that their happiness and joy and the fulfillment that they have is not being projected back, that's where you want to disturb and disrupt, because that's no longer mirroring back your dysfunction.
Right.
And that's why you want to try to destroy.
Also, this it lives rent free in my mind. One of our employees, until they spent time around us extended, believed that all of this was bullshit.
Yeah.
And then our employee got to spend a weekend with us. It was a little function that we were having for our employees, and after that weekend ended, it came back to us. He was like, "Oh my God, I believe it all now. It's all real. Like, holy shit! Like, I believe in love again."
That's funny.
Yep.
Can you please go back to the vet information? I don't know what information you're looking for. I can maybe look it up because the article that I read originally found on Instagram. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
I'm pregnant for the first time and single. Any words of wisdom? Look into everything postpartum. If you do not have a support system, you need to make yourself a support system. And that can be... I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so congested. It can be a mom group on Facebook. It can be a yoga group that you start attending now and you get to know them over the next 6 months or however far along you are in your pregnancy. You need a support group of people who understand motherhood, who understand the hardships, who will not judge you, who will not shame you. And I think that if you do not have strong male figures in your life, like father, grandfather, uncles, brothers, I would find a way to find that. And I'm realizing I have zero recommendations for that on where to find strong men in your life to lean on that isn't romantic. Like they're not going to think it's going to bleed into something romantically, or if there is not a group of men out there who just gets men together to help women with their children, to be mentors to children, y'all should get on that.
Well, doing it for kids, you're looking at like the Boys and Girls Clubs. You're looking at Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. You're looking at jujitsu, any type of masculine thing. If you're looking for a son specifically,
Yeah.
program like that.
Well, I think daughters need a masculine presence too.
I agree.
I grew up without a father and it fucked me. I had no healthy understanding of what male attention was. And of course, there were other things going on in my life at that time outside of not having a father present that also fucked up my view of men. But girls need that. Where do you think? I don't know. I think even moms need that strong masculine presence.
Yeah. I think that
ground them.
overall, we need more mentorship is what it
Yeah.
comes down to. People are more connected than ever in human history because of technology, but more disconnected in terms of humanity than ever in human history. Somebody, I don't know if you guys that were asking about the veteran thing is still in the chat. I looked it up. The foundation is called No Fallen Heroes Foundation. It's they have saved over 100 veteran lives using plant medicine. They have reached out. Let me see if I can find the actual article, because I'm not going to sit here and search for it while I'm live. I think that's rude, but you can look up the No Fallen Heroes organization, maybe find their Instagram, and they posted the letter that they got back from the government about all of this. I saw it on Instagram earlier this morning. You guys can also follow Vines and Valor on TikTok. That's Troy's organization, and he gets people, I believe they do bi-yearly ceremonies that is donation-based that can get people to ceremony as well.
What does it say? 5 years down the drain because he didn't want family, household, relationship responsibilities.
5 years down the drain because you let it go on that long?
I was just thinking down the drain is really a way to phrase that. Does that situation suck? Yes. What is the flip side of that? Forcing him to stay in that situation and having a miserable marriage and having a poor father figure because he doesn't want to raise the kids.
Yeah.
Right? It hurts and it sucks. What?
Someone said no one needs a father. What a shitty thing to say.
Ooh, Lex, baby girl, I know who hurt you. It was probably your dad. But probably been hurt by a lot more men after that. I hope you heal that mindset and you recognize the value that men provide in fatherhood and beyond. And you know what? Fuck you. I took that a little bit personally because I just said I needed a father figure. I grew up without the father figure, and as a woman, it was massively detrimental to me in multiple aspects. So you can believe that you don't or didn't need a father figure and follow that thread. But don't negate my life experience. I like that I can say fuck you from a place of calm now instead of being emotional about it.
Right?
That
Isn't
felt
such a good feeling.
Yeah, that was very selected and purposeful.
Somebody said, what is this live for? We're just hanging out. We're going to be going live on YouTube when we're done.
Yep.
So we're just here answering questions when we see them and BSing. Watching people get upset and triggered that we have a platform and they don't. Seeing people being hateful just because they can be hateful. Oh, look at
Holy
We're
shit.
Galaxy. Love that.
Thank
Savage
you.
Mama. Thank you.
And I see that people are sending little roses and little hearts and things too. Thank you everybody for the likes and the gifts and for sitting here watching us watching us. We get so focused on the chat that we miss the little animations from the gifts, but it's very much appreciated.
Somebody asked, Somebody asked what our YouTube is. It's To Be Better on YouTube as well.
Number 2.
3C's Creation says, why don't you trust your wife? I told you this was going to come up before we went live. What makes you think that I don't trust my wife? Is it because I said that I believe that every man on the planet should have a DNA test when a baby is born to make sure that the child that they're raising is actually their child? That has nothing to do with me trusting my wife. That is a blanket statement that I believe 100% no matter what. I believe that women are able to know undoubtedly that that child is theirs, even though I think they should also be DNA tested before the baby leaves the hospital.
Right.
And that has nothing to do with trust. I know that if I own a weapon that has a cartridge in it or could potentially have a cartridge in it, even though I've checked and I know that it's not loaded, I'm not going to go like this and look down the barrel.
Right.
I trust that it's not loaded. I checked. I know that it's not, but there's still a safety mechanism that needs to be had there.
Yeah. One doctor tells me I have cancer. I'm not just going to run with it and start getting treatments and what is it called? Chemo.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Second opinion.
I'm going to get a second opinion or maybe even a third opinion.
Yeah. Somebody asked
So-
if we actually had. Somebody said I liked your prenup example, right? Because when it comes to that, it would be women. You trust your man that you're marrying, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be marrying him. Well, so why is a prenup a big deal? Oh, it's a
Right.
big deal now. That's a different conversation. Yeah. Somebody actually asked if the kids were DNA tested. I don't know why you guys think that those kids are mine. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm a
I know
bonus dad.
factually. Like
Don't
my
need a
husband
DNA
knew-
test there. Yeah.
My husband knew before we got married that the children I already had were not his.
It's funny.
It's okay, guys. Girl, save yourself. The joke's on you is I agree with it. I agree with it. If I were a man and I had all of these stories on social media from friend groups, family, whatever the case may be, it takes one. It takes one dude. It took that one old man sitting in his car crying about him finding out that his grown children in the 30s, 40s are not his children.
All 3 of them were not his.
All 3 of them were not his children.
Yeah.
It took that one video for me to go, yeah, that should be a thing.
Somebody asked how we feel about the child support system and asked if we agree that it's somewhat broken.
Oh, 100%.
I think that it's very broken.
100%.
We did an interview with a couple that did a documentary called "We Are the Parents." It was like a play of We the People, We the Parents.
We the parents.
And there's a couple of them that you find. Like I had to actually go and look for it because there's a couple documentaries that are named that. But it is about how the divorce system, divorce attorneys, divorce court systems, child support, all of that is an actual industry that makes hundreds of billions of dollars a year. And they've been trying to bring awareness to all of the states to try to make it more 50-50. And it was a really good interview. You can go find that on our channel if you want. Danny said, just know guys, if you get blocked or muted, it's me. Direct your hate at me. Yeah, we have moderators for a reason.
Then what you two portray isn't true if you believe in the DNA test. You can believe that. That can 100% be your takeaway from that one conversation and the last almost 4 years of what we've done with the podcast. And you can sit with that. I don't believe that, and I'm not going to absorb your opinion as fact. So I hope you feel better getting that off your chest. The courts can't find my son's father, and I've been struggling 18 months for child support. That
crazy.
Sucks.
In Florida, if you don't pay your child support, they suspend your driver's license,
Yeah.
and then after that, they actually will put a warrant out for your arrest.
Holy shit. Thank you for that.
I don't know what that was, but that was pretty cool.
That was pretty neat.
Kayla said if the roles were reversed, they would agree with it. I believe that too. DNA can also show future health issues for the child. Paternity matters.
Yes, it does.
It's crazy how separate people are on this thing. I
Yeah.
really think that the women who are getting upset by this and feel the way that they feel have a baby that doesn't belong. You are not the father. You should dial up Maury and see if you can get on that paternity test and see if
Yeah.
them six dicks you took in 3 weeks.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I also think that it's women absorbing other women's trauma and taking it personally. Maybe their mother was accused of cheating, or they're accused of not being somebody's child, or whatever the case may be. I do think that there is an absence of logical thinking in that, though.
I would even go as far as to say that there could be that the role could be reversed as well for men who have watched videos of men finding out that people aren't their kids. Like
Yeah.
that could be a thing. In our situation, it's not about our marriage or relationship because we have not even hypothetically talked about having children.
No.
Like there's never even been a what if we had a kid.
Baby factory shut down.
Right. We're good on that.
We're
Like
done.
that was a discussion before we like even decided to be in a relationship. Like
Yeah.
no more kids ever. It's like Sandlot forever. Good on that shit.
Yeah.
If you catch your wife going through your phone, are you allowed to feel a certain way about it?
Yeah.
Nobody should be able to tell you how you can and can't feel. That's number one.
Yeah, 100%.
Your feelings are your own. Now, they may not agree with them or may not feel that they're justified. If I caught her going through my phone, it would be very different than her going, "Can I see your phone?"
Yeah.
Right? If I woke up in the middle of the night and went to take a shit and I grabbed my phone to go, because, I'm going to be in there for a minute.
Right.
And I find you in the bathroom scrolling on my phone, there'd be a whole lot of anger in that situation versus, can you just hand me your phone? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like the sneakiness of things.
I'm also not going to go through your phone.
Right. There's no reason for it.
Right. I lean really heavily into my intuition and my discernment. So if I feel like there is something suspicious happening on my husband's phone, I'm going to confront my husband about it. I don't need the evidence. And your response or your reaction or lack of response is going to give me what I need to know about the situation.
Very valid.
So
Very, very valid.
I would never go. I mean, and I was that woman, right? When in my earliest 20s and my first marriage, I was absolutely a mess. I was going through my ex-husband's phone all the time. It was something that, we were a mess together. And I did very unbecoming things of me as a human being and as a wife. And I'm also not willing to put myself in that level of fight or flight again. Bless you.
Why does that work, though? Why does that work?
I don't know.
Do y'all pray together? Yes, we do.
We do.
With kids and busy. That was a good question. Hang on, I got to go back to it. With kids, they pinned it. Fuck yeah. I don't know who the moderator was that pinned that question, but you're the real MVP. With kids and busy days, how do you prioritize each other without spinning an arm and a leg? Intimacy is free.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Holding her foot is an intimate thing to you. Holding your foot is an intimate thing to you. I don't know why I mixed that,
Yeah.
I know that if we're on the couch and I just want to let you know that I'm loved, I can just go
Yeah.
and hold your foot and you're like, "Oh, I'm loved." Right? Intimacy. Watching streaming shows that binge watching TV together without your device.
Yeah.
Walking around the block after dinner, if the kids are old enough to stay at home for 15 minutes by themselves.
Yeah. Shaving your head.
Shaving my head, right? Because you do that every time my baldness needs to be taken back. It's not a matter of prioritizing each other. It's a matter of prioritizing time with each other. When somebody says, "How do you prioritize your partner?" That doesn't sound like an intimacy thing to me. But knowing that we do things together is an intimate thing. Going to the beach and just vibing.
Yeah.
Catching a movie because we have our own little movie things. I got to be honest, the most intimate time that we have together when we don't have the kids is drive time, or when we're driving and they're on their console and not talking, because we are right. Like that goes a long way. It comes down to making sure that your relationship is not you doing you and me doing me and we just existing in the same room together.
Yeah. And there's also check-ins. Midway through the day, how's your mental state?
Yeah.
How's your day going? At the end of the night, checking in, did you have a good day? What was your favorite part of the day?
It's a big one.
Yeah. Child's father assaulted me today. I'm in a trauma bond. Help. Do you have support in your life? And by support, I mean family or friends. And if you do, you need to get out of that situation. You need to do it safely. This is the unfortunate reality that you can't just leave the moment that you want to leave. Sometimes you do have to play it safe and make a plan and bid your time. And if this is one of those situations where you have to bid your time, I am going to fawn. I'm going into fawn mode. I am a baby deer. I am walking on eggshells. I'm a silly goose.
That was good timing. Like, that was comedic gold. That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
I am a baby deer. I am walking on eggshells. I am willing to put myself in some very uncomfortable situations. And when I say uncomfortable situations, if he's going to ask me for sex and I may not want it in the moment, but I'm feared of getting my ass beat, I'm going to give it in that moment. And I'm going to disassociate. 2 more weeks and I'm out of here.
Yeah, when I see things like that on here, help. I mean, I know that you want advice. The advice is you need to get the fuck out of there. Like,
Yes.
there's never an okay abuse situation.
Never.
Physical, psychological, spiritual. Like, if somebody's abusing you, you need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. And if you don't have money, I would start looking into online resources. There are so many, ladies, there are so many fucking resources out there to help you get out of situations like this. When Georgia Smiled is ran by Dr. Phil's wife, and it's specifically geared to help women get out of DV situations.
And there's an app that you can use.
There's apps that you can download to disguise on your phone if he's going to go through your shit. And get yourself together, girl. This is not who you are meant to be. This is not how you are meant to live your life. Take your control back. And it starts with you making your exit plan. Good girl.
Is this a new camera? Y'all look crisp. I love it. There's the same cameras. It's weird because some people are like, you guys look like you're using filters. Other people's are like, it looks so great. Other people are like, the quality sucks. Everybody's camera looks different. Like their phone looks different.
Yeah.
Oh, my foot. Oh, my foot. I've sat on my feet for so long, my toes are numb.
That's rough.
We have 10 minutes and then we're going to switch over to YouTube, guys.
Good girl. Good baby.
How do you handle parenting differently than your husband? That's a you question.
What do you mean different parenting? Like, is he corporal punishment and you want to lay on the floor as they have a temper tantrum?
You shouldn't be having kids with somebody that you don't agree with the parenting style with.
I agree with that. Or does it look like, because my husband is the more assertive, we could say aggressive in tone, the dad voice. And I am the more, all right, everybody, we're going to stop and we're going to take a deep breath. Right? And I do get to my, and it's the yin and yang in us. Of course, my husband has that softer side. And when the children need it, or our son specifically, you guys have a very special bond. You do bring out that softness and you let them see that side of you and that duality. And same thing for me. I bring out that bitch, not today. I don't know who you think you're talking to. Kid friendly, of course, but I think that's necessary in the relationship. Not just in the relationship to the children, but in the marriage together as a team.
Yeah.
So if those are the differences you're speaking on, I think that there needs to be grace given for your husband. If you didn't trust him to be a good father, why did you have children with him? And I understand, especially for women, there's this big fear of children being traumatized, especially if you've gone through trauma yourself. And there's this overcorrection that can happen where there's no discipline going on and no corrections happening. And every time they cry, I don't want them to have this one traumatized moment in their life that they go back to when they're 30. So here's whatever you want. That is just as detrimental as the extreme of corporal punishment and laying your hands on children.
Someone said we're designed to parent different. We are designed to bring different energies to the parenting. But what I meant by when I said that, because I know that there are people who are like, I don't agree with what he said. If you disagree on parenting, you shouldn't be a parent. If I believe that stupid fucking statement, spare the rod, spare the child, or whatever that statement is that was going around for a while. If you believe that your kids should be fucking like spanked, like beat, whatever, and your partner thinks that gentle parenting is the way, you don't need to have kids together.
Yeah.
Because you're going to fight over the parenting a lot, and it's going to create a whole lot of problems in your household. So those conversations are had when you're courting somebody, especially if kids are super important to you. Right now, you do get different things from your parents, but that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about punishment.
Yeah. Somebody asked, do you tap your kids' hands or is that too violent in your opinion? I'll
smack the shit out of their hands.
I was about to say, I'm gonna reach whatever I can reach sometimes, right? And sometimes it looks like I'm carrying a bunch of things and one of them's getting ready to run into the road, so I kick my flip-flop at them. Like, right, something, because I'm gonna yell at them and it's just too much chaos. So yes,
Right.
Every once in a while,
The ninja chancla.
yeah, every once in a while they catch a stray, and sometimes that looks like I just told you not to touch that heavy stove.
Yeah.
I told you once, you went to go do it again. Clearly my words didn't tap. Hopefully the sting in your hand reminds you, because next time it's going to be the burn on your hand, and that's going to be so much worse.
Right. Or you not being able to get them before they get to the road.
Yeah.
It's so funny that when it comes to these parent conversations, people are so black and white with their answers until you start bringing situations, and then it's not black and white anymore.
Right.
Somebody in the chat earlier said that you don't know what it is until you actually have kids, and that's the point.
100%.
All of the hypotheticals that we talk about on the podcast, until we have 100% of the information, it's just hypotheticals. It's just going, what if?
Yeah, and there's times I'll flick them in the forehead. I'll talk to them, and I can tell they're staring off in the space behind me, and I'll be like, what
I get his ear.
did I just say?
I get his ear. Yeah.
I also, have you guys seen Cynthia Erivo do like the skull tapping? I do that to the children.
I started smacking little man's bottom.
Under his chin.
I walk by him
Yeah.
just to hear his teeth go,
And he stops and he just looks.
He does.
One day he's going to be able to reach your chin, and he's going to
He's
get you. He's going to get you
me. Yeah,
good.
yeah. That shit's funny though.
Yep.
Wait until they get older. They are so much fun. Our kids are 6, 7.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I only did that because I literally made a TikTok about their age yesterday, and there's like 14 or 15 comments of adults doing that in the fucking comment section.
I hate that.
So do I.
I learned about 6, 7 because our children got into the car like 3 weeks ago, and they were 6, 7, 6, 7, and they were like giggling, and I was like, what's funny? And our daughter was like 6, 7, mommy. And I was like 6, 7, like 8, 9. What's the joke here? And they were like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Kids are saying it. And I was like, don't say this in my car.
This is a no 6, 7 zone.
I don't want to hear this. I was like, you guys can do this at school and act absolutely goofy with your friends. Do not bring this into the household. That is brain rot things. That's brain rot content to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Somebody said, hate that, but thank God parents are learning. I don't know if you're talking about the 6, 7 thing that we were just talking about, but I actually follow a TikTok creator that's a 7th grade teacher. And every content that he does is things that kids are currently saying in school and what they mean. That's his entire content.
Really? That's good to know. I love that. That's a good resource for parents.
I can't remember the name of his channel, but that's what it is.
Oh, I'm going to find him. Yep. Gonna need that one. 8675309. You're supposed to do the echo.
Yeah.
8675309. I got it. Right? You're bad at backup.
I know. I know. If it was one of those songs that I was really comfortable with, like the lyric wise, I'd have went with it, but there's 1,000 people in here. And what if I said it wrong?
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
Erykah Badu's mom thinks well, Andre 3000 has admitted that that's about Erykah Badu's mom.
Okay.
But her mom has taken that on, and like she's got a Miss Jackson bumper sticker and a Miss Jackson coffee mug. And
that's funny.
I will never be able to hear that song and not think about Erykah Badu's mom.
Yep. I love that.
Mr. Lindsay, that's the guy. That's the TikTok guy, Mr. Lindsay. Coming in clutch. You guys are awesome.
Pulling it up right now. I never have my volume off. Mr. Lindsay. 788,000 followers. I wish you had more.
Right?
Why are there not more parents aware of this? Everybody, if you are a parent and you are not following Mr. Lindsay Speed on TikTok, you need to go follow him. I think it is so important as parents to be tuned into what our children are saying and talking about. I remember when texting was really blowing up amongst children my age, and we were abbreviating everything, and there were these flyers going around to the parents to decipher what children were texting in their phone so they could understand what they were talking about. And there was a lot of, now looking as a kid, I thought it was stupid, like, don't try to restrict us.
Yeah.
But as an adult now, and the understanding and the dots being connected of things happening in school, there were children who were like unaliving themselves, and children like being cornered in the bathroom and beaten up, and it was all going down through text messages that parents couldn't read. So I think it's really dope that there is a teacher making an effort to make it known what children are saying, even if it's goofy. Most of the time, it's a way to connect with your children. If it's not something serious, you can have fun with your kids through it.
Guy's name is Mr. Lindsay on TikTok. Somebody asked how long we've been doing this. We are like 22 days or 24 days away from season 3 wrapping up, going into season 4. We've already recorded the first 4 episodes of next year and edited them. They're ready to go. I'm done. We have to go live in 2 minutes. I still have to create the YouTube link and all that shit for YouTube.
I need to go hack.
Okay, guys, go follow our YouTube channel, To Be Better on YouTube. We'll be live over there in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
There'll be a whole lot less people. It'll be a whole lot easier to read the chat because it won't be moving so fast. And we will see you there in like 5 minutes or so. Maybe 10.
Bye, guys.
Depends on how long it takes her to do her thug thizzle. She's going to go try not to spit on herself.
It's hard to not do.